So I'm up against Paladin. I'm gonna keep these two. Maybe that too. What deck building games have you played? DC deck building game is the one I've played the most. One of my friends was really into Resident Evil. We played a little bit of that. I forget what else. One of my other friends, his wife. It feels weird to make that distinction, right? Because like I've known them so long, she's my friend now too, right? So can I just say, you know, another one of my friends in this situation? Probably, right? Probably should. Anyways, another friend of mine, she really likes board games of all kinds. She has like a giant collection of it. So among them are a ton of deck building games that I have tried once and are so numerous that, you know, it's hard for me to hold on to them. So I've tried a lot that like I've played it like a single time and don't really remember the gameplay or the names very well. I wish there were some real stats for twists so I knew what deck to climb with. I think hand buff Paladin, what my opponent's playing is like, at least after the rotation of this format, ended up being a really strong deck, because they nerfed all the strong decks from the first month last time and buffed hand buff Paladin. So I think like they have this card. So I think this deck should be the strongest, but yes, to your point, there's not going to be the same stats for this that there would be in a different mode. So am I... If I get this one, I'm so toast though. We really want to hit specifically Cruel. Let's get Cruel. That's pretty good. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain about that. That's fine. I'll take it. How about some more coffee? I should get some more coffee, shouldn't I? You play enough games of Hearthstone that you don't ever need to worry about the event quest, probably. The last one I know I completed without doing some important big thing. My opponent has 13 damage, which I think is probably enough to kill me. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. My opponent's gonna draw 2 cards, and it's gonna make me feel bad. And then next turn, I'll go tap coin Reno, and hopefully I'll be in a better spot. You can tell me Patron Warrior isn't it? Word. You're not sure if Paladin or Rogue is the best deck? I'm sure Paladin is better than Rogue, because I think it was in the extra large thing. And extra large helped Jade Rogue more than it helped hand buff Paladin. I think Jade Rogue is more fun and still good though. Like, I would just play that if you're interested in it. Do you know a board game that's named Scythe? I do not. I do not. It's cool. More coffee is not the answer. None may steal us. I look so much happier when I play Pokemon. Well, so I could siphon this, trade here, gets rid of 2 of them. And then I could use this for, should I get a 10 cost potion? This next turn gets me 2 taunts. So I'll get a 10 cost potion. Kazakus, please. Why do I feel like this is Twist? It's not Twist. I've never played Twist, and I never will. I never will. It sickens me. Everyone who plays Twist sickens me. So, you know. There you are. It's a good random charger. It's a really good random charger. It's annoying. Did you try Ursula PvE style product for Lorcana? I got it from my wife and hope she will be interested in trying the game. Yeah, one of my buddies is he got it and we played it a few times. Let's top deck Mal'Ganis. That would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. So good. All right. Well, I have decent hopes of surviving this turn now. Decent hopes. Does this deck run like clears of some kind? Content draw? Yes, that was the content draw. Unfortunately, they're just gonna get past it and kill me anyway.
None may steal our secrets.
What's for dinner? Good question. I probably have to go to the store today. Are those like raids from WoW TCG? They are. They are like that. Pick you up with Dr. Pepper? I got you. I got you. Hey, this thing could charge her into her Mal'Ganis. That's encouraging. Held on to something in case of the clear. Seems pretty wise. Seems wise, chat. Ow. Wow, I feel so safe now. N'Zoth just ends it, right? N'Zoth and it's just over. 10 mana Kazakus potions like the good old days. Real. Real, real, real. Reporting for duty. That was an interesting trade. Oh, okay. Saves their charger. Should I just do this? Probably, right?
You face Jaraxxus, Eldar Lord of the Burning Legion.
I think it's over. I think it's over, chat. I have the high ground. What do you think, Jamakazun? What does it mean? What does that mean, chat?
Reporting for duty.
Crystals fresh from Kazakus. Taste the crystals. I guess.
Let me change your mind.
Using this to steal a potato is pretty funny. You won and it only took drawing everything on time? Well, I haven't won yet, chat. Give it a second. Give it a second. Oh, well. Give it literally a second. Does your gaming chair affect your card gaming skills? If it does, it's negatively. Or maybe it's carrying me. Who knows? Maybe the only reason I can process this far is because I have my gaming specific chair. Is this good? This is a filler card, right? We'd rather tap. Or do we want the body? I don't know. I don't think I keep this, right? I don't know about keeping Shadow Bolt either, frankly. The chair is literally carrying you. That's true, yeah. True. Okay. Maybe it does. Thinking about getting some RGB, LG, TV, gaming, Razer carpet. Might get some RNG luck increase. I don't know what that is, but Godspeed. Crystals straight from spaghetti. Crystals straight up my nose. Wow. One small-time buccaneer in a dream. Goodbye, something from my hand. That actually ruins my mountain giant, huh? No, I can still play it. As long as it's not gone. Goodbye, Siphon Soul. That seems like a good choice to remove. Yeah, this is kind of tempting, but I think I'll just play this for now. Get our mountain giant out. We have Bran, Antique Healing Bot. So I think we're saving the coin for turn 7 if we can. Oh, that's even better maybe. It's not better if it misses. Let's just let it hit. Deal 2. Easy, chat. Easy. It's actually so easy. Oh my goodness. You guys doubted. Perfect potion every time. Perfect potion every time. Literally every time. Does it bother you that you know people are in chat watching you but still queuing to you? Shouldn't they be more careful? So yes and no. In this particular case, Guapo doesn't do this very often, right? And they've been around enough to know how I feel about these things, and they just left like I asked them to. So like, if someone is watching in chat, I know from being someone who used to watch streamers more, that like sometimes you accidentally queue into the streamer. It does happen, right? It happens to some people more often than others, and those people need to be more careful. But when it's someone who only does it from time, like where they watch a lot, and it happens very rarely, like in this case, I definitely assume goodwill. And they're doing what I asked them to, which is not to say, oh, I queued into you, good luck, blah, blah, blah. They just left, and they'll talk to me after. So like that's better. The, especially in this case though, I left for an indeterminate amount of time, right? Like I went to go use the restroom and then come back. There's an lethal I'm missing, right? And then immediately queued up right when I got back, and Twist is having a really long queue time because not that many people play the mode. So the odds of me running into Guapo are really high because of what I'm queuing right now. So like this one doesn't bother me at all, is all I'm saying. Like there's a lot of like trust between me and this person specifically, but also the situation lined up in such a way that it was more likely to happen. Does it bother me when somebody is being careless? Yes. However, I can only like, especially right after I switched to YouTube streaming as well. Like when I started dual streaming, it started happening a lot. Like people would queue into me and then like talk to me during the match, and I feel like I don't know if like just YouTube. I tap, right? That would be nice. This is lethal next turn if I save it, huh? All right. No Hellfire. So yeah, especially if someone's talking to me during the game, it bothers me. And there are definitely people who are not careful enough, right? Like, this is an exception circumstance for Guapo. Like, they're here often, and it rarely happens. There are people who are here often who also queue into me while I'm streaming often, and it's clear that they're not really taking the time to make sure that that doesn't happen. So, yes, that bothers me. It bothers me when people openly like talk to me while they're my opponent, but I feel like there's so little I can do about it, and I care about my rank so little that I usually just try not to draw attention to it. Like I try to just like not care about it. So like if you want to be a respectful viewer, try not to queue into me. And like Guapo did here, if you accidentally queue into me, don't say anything, just leave, right? And then you can come back and say GG after. And as long as it doesn't happen that often, I'm not gonna hold it against you. What was it about Hunter Ungoro Quest that made people think it would be the Mega Nuts back in the day? Because it's a lot of value, and people hadn't seen an effect like that before. So like, first of all, it gave you a 5 mana 8/8, which is like pretty good. 5 mana 8/8s saw a lot of play back then with a downside. So like the Fell Reaver was a real card. So there's that, but then it shuffled a bunch of 1 mana 3/2s that draw a card when you play them into your deck. And since people hadn't seen a card like that yet, that just seemed like, wow, you get all that extra value, and like, you know, that's really good stats for the cost. I think I just do this. So anyways, how did I get rid of the Mountain Giant? That's so funny. Getting rid of anything else actually made my Mountain Giant stupid. So like, they didn't have to get rid of Mountain Giant, but like, as long as they were gonna make my Mountain Giant invalid, you know, thanks to them for shuffling the Mountain Giant. Don't love this. Sure. Not a great potion. But I also think, like, we didn't realize how bad the requirement was, right? Playing 7/1 costs seemed easy until we played with it. And now it's like, okay, actually, that's really hard to pay 7/1 costs and not lose in Hunter. So, yeah. Should we coin? Them having Soul of the Chungus on this is kind of not great for me. I don't have a good play that doesn't involve this coin, so I'm going to use it. It's also rare good 1-drop is made. We have plenty of decent 1-drops, but like, you don't want to fill your deck with enough that you play 7 of them. Like, it's not rare that a good 1-drop was made. It was like you know, there weren't the volume of quality one drops that you would be able to include 7 of them, or like enough that you would definitely have 7 of them in time for the quest. I feel like this adds damage to them, so I'm not gonna do it. On the flip side, no one thought Caverns Below was going to be even remotely playable. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It's pretty funny that that one seemed like one of the worst ones, and the Ungoro Hunter seemed like one of the best ones, and they were polar opposite. Like, they weren't slightly off, they were way, and they includes me. You know, I also shared those opinions. We were young as Hearthstone fans. It's okay. Also, this Kazakus potion kind of wrecked me.
We're gonna be rich.
Should I proceed as though I have some kind of like lethal? Like, should I just make them scared? Your quest reward also made you drawn to your Chumbo 1-drops, which also turned out not to be the thing you wanted later on. If you mean like, it made you queue into a bunch of, like if the quest requirement made you draw into a bunch of terrible one-cost cards later on in the game, then yes, I agree. That was definitely the case. Like, once the quest is completed, your deck is still chock full of terrible one cost that you don't want to have later on in the game. You do, like, the 1 for 3/2s that draw a card, you still wanted those. Those were good. I am feeling a bit better about this. Did I just play the Mountain Giant? I think I do. I was about to like Shadow Bomb, but I think we'll be okay. Would the Hunter quest be good if it was the only quest in the game, or does that do nothing? No, I think it was bad in a vacuum. Like the problem with it was the quest requirement made you build your deck poorly. Like your deck was bad because it was built to activate the quest. There are heckin' rogues out there. There really are. There really are. You like Kingsbane deck rogue? Me too. That's what you meant? Alright, yeah, fair. Yep. Then they buffed the quest and didn't change its requirement. I think the 1-drop average quality is better, but yeah, I get you still don't have the volume you need for this, so I guess I don't know. Does this summon? This summons like, oh. Well, that would be nice if I had something to go with it. But this is summoning. Is it just Cairn? It's not good, chat.
So many possibilities.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, that's great. You forgot how nice the old god signatures are. Yeah, I don't know if I like miss my old one or not. The old one was very nostalgic. I ended up dusting it because I was thinking like, I'm barely going to use either of these. Why am I keeping 2?
Who goes there?
But like they circled back to Twist Wonders, so I can play it again. I don't know. I have the signature. Am I really going to use the regular one? Okay. I think we just Jiraxis, right? I think that's just GG. I think that's GG. You think you just like how unique the twist signatures are? True. I do like the signature. I really wanted the Cthulhu one. Really wanted that Cthulhu one. I'm done digging for signatures though. I don't really want any signature anymore. Like not getting the Meister one after spending so much gold hunting it. Left a sour taste in my mouth. Among other things. Like, other things also left a sour taste in my mouth. You know, like it's like there's a lot of factors to I just don't really appreciate digital cosmetics anymore. But chat, I don't even like paper foils as much as I used to. It's kind of crazy. I forget if I talked about this recently, but I'm sure I have. So like foil on paper cards, I don't like it as much as I used to. Kind of over it. More Paladin. Have I tried Murloc, OTK, Paladin, and Twist? Did I try that last year? I feel like I did. Don't remember. Was it even last year or was it longer? When was the last Twist season? Like the last time all this was around? Wasn't it just, you know, a year and a quarter ago? Pretty sure. Either that or it wasn't. Crystals! Straight from Among Us. I'll take Firelands Portal.
The end is coming.
Oh my goodness, chat. What am I gonna do? My opponent's gonna play Doomsayer. This isn't Handbuff Paladin? This is Reno Paladin? Chat, we found a fellow Reno enjoyer. Imagine that. The queue times don't help at all. I agree. I agree. Do I just tempo this brand? Tempo brand seems okay. Worst case scenario, I get to draw 2 cards off of this. I think it was last December. I know before Whispang was the new expansion every day. Okay, yeah, then it was definitely last year. It wasn't last December, it was like last September, November, I think. Oh, my opponent is playing the deck you were saying, maybe. Yeah, this must be Murloc OTK. Do I draw 2 cards for my brand value, or do I play this Mountain Giant for my Mountain Giant value? I think I'll do this. I don't know that that was good though, right? Like, that's just me determined to get some value out of brand. Pretty sure I played Anyfin Paladin. I kind of remember making the thumb. It's about to hurt my feelings. I knew it. I knew they were just gonna hurt my feelings like that. We need Kazakus transform. That would be the ticket, chat. Also, am I just gonna die? 16 right now, we'll see.
No. Trust me.
What do you mean it's the Giganuts? 5 mana, draw 2? Okay, cool. I really liked this deck. I think also I've become saturated with OTKs, right? Like, I used to really like them. Every time I would play a deck that won by an alternate means, it was like more fun for me. Oh, I forgot about this one. Did I just lose? Close. I need this to be something. Not that. I think I've become saturated with OTKs in the last few years from playing too much just modern Hearthstone. I was about to say playing too much Wild, but like Hearthstone like abandoned its Leroy philosophy, and now there's just a whole lot of game ending OTKs. They don't feel special anymore. So like when the Murloc deck existed, it was difficult and rare for OTKs to happen, right? So like that made it special and exciting to win by a different means. And I used to really love stuff like that just in all card games. And I think just recent Hearthstone has kind of like spoiled that for me broadly. Like I don't really appreciate decks that just win like with a combo as much as I used to. Back then the leader also gave health. Yeah, true.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Happy Feast of Wintervale. Here's a mistress of mixtures.
Trust me.
Combos used to be turn 15. So like early Hearthstone had a lot of combos in it, right? Like that were not turn 15. They were like, you know, turn 8 to 10. So like the Miracle Rogue thing, that wasn't happening turn 15. Faceless Manipulator, Power Overwhelming, Leroy, Handlock wasn't happening turn 15. So like, you know, not quite. I think after that shift, that's a little more accurate. So like after they started nerfing those types of things to prevent them from happening more often, there was a good while where, you know, turn 10 to 12 was when your combo was happening. But like if you're playing anything OTK and you can't get the combo before turn 15, you're probably not gonna win that game. You really want it to be happening on like turn 10. You know, you want to be like turn 10, you play your anyfin, turn 11 you play the second one. In standard, I'm talking about from a standard perspective. And like standard and wild were a lot closer back then. Like much more similar. There was like wild decks were standard decks with like a little bit of extra spice. It was like plus Dr. Boom Loathhead, pretty much. That thing's huge. Convenient. This is a deck of all time, it really is.
Golems are a girl's best friend.
Looking at too much damage. I don't have anything that costs 4 or less in my hand that isn't stupid. Should I play this and leave my opponent with 9 damage on board? I think so. So that's certainly happening, right? Especially now that I've done it. So they have 10. We're like out of Avis range as long as I don't tap. So maybe I don't tap. Where Dr. Boom? I have too much like heavy demon stuff in here for me to want to include Dr. Boom. Like I want to include Dr. Boom, but like I have too much heavy stuff already. So I think like if I was not going to run the demon package, I would certainly play it, but since I am, that just hurts my feelings. I guess I'd like to find Twisting Nether or Molten Giant, so it's worth tapping. I can't do this and this if I use my coin here, but I don't think that's gonna help me with anything, so.
We're gonna be rich.
This is the first time I've seen you play Twist. It is. Since the last time. Shadow Flame would be a rough loss, depending. Okay. Marshy really needs. No. That's so bad for me. Now I can't make this trade and then Shadow Flame. Okay. Interesting. Oh, thank goodness. So we're not out of the woods yet, obviously. Molten Giant would be perfect. That summons nothing. I'm so scared. I mean, sap ends it, obviously. There are outs for sure. Just don't have them. It's fine. You don't need them. This and it's over. No Abyss, cool. I've had a few other death rattles die, I guess. So
many possibilities. To the void.
it's pretty sketchy, I don't know. But I just don't really have a better option, I don't think. Oh, I forgot I had the extra taunt. Cool. All right, so this top deck gets there. Belcher's died. Yeah, I knew the Belcher had died. It just like it wasn't enough to make me feel safe. Now I'm feeling pretty safe. Now I'm feeling slightly safe. I wish I could kill this. I can kill that. I don't know that I should. I think I'll probably just do this.
You face direction.
I feel like they have so many returns of burn, they really do. But maybe we're safe now. They need the second one. Do they really draw both of them? Okay, good. It's like if they drew both Eviscerate between their top deck and the Thalnos, I'd be a little sad, but